tap in on this news report. Just come out not long ago, maybe today, yesterday, of U.S. sailors jumping overboard. I got to tap in and see exactly what area is this in the Persian Gulf. Is this over there in South China Sea, somewhere over there? But they saying, man, sailors is trying to end it all. Why would they do something like that, man? People's is, man. I'm, when you think about, especially that Navy shit, and you being on them ships, away from land, just think about them people that be on them submarines, man. They be submerged for a long time. Man, they be submerged for a long time, some of them. I don't know how long they be down there. But I heard some of them can be down there for months. You could be down up under that water for months. And I don't think that shit healthy for the psychology and shit, man. That's why, they always trying to put you through this psychological training, where you can handle a lot of stress. You supposed to be able to handle a whole lot of stress. How long is y'all keeping them soldiers out there, man? How long before you relieve them and shit? Give them a little time on land and shit. Is they relieving these soldiers enough, man, where they could unwind? You know, unwind and is the directive of the United States a favorable direction for people? Where they feel like, man, they really doing something. It's really about the defense of your country. A lot of people, they don't get into the politics of these motherfucking, these elites. Half of these motherfuckers, they just want to get some of these motherfuckers gun ho. Now, don't get me wrong, they all about that patriotism and shit and all of that. And so, and we understand that. But a lot of these soldiers, they go in there to pay, yeah, for 250 something days. That's crazy. That's too long. That's too long. 250, a whole year? I can't believe they ain't docked that motherfucker and let them soldiers off of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't believe that they didn't dock that motherfucker and let them soldiers, man, get some downtime. If they've been out there 250 years straight, 250 days straight, that's ridiculous. I did too. I don't know if it was over in the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know if it was over there in I don't know if it was over there in Asia some damn where, but that's crazy. You feel me? That's crazy to be and I'm quite sure that's what it's about. Relieving these soldiers. But that's on the administration. That just show you. That just show you, man. They ain't fucked up, man. They didn't let loose a lot of motherfucking admirals and generals and shit, that probably have more administrative, experience. And you letting go all these damn experienced generals and admirals and shit, and that's what you get. Them motherfuckers ain't, and the boys out there, and y'all ain't relieving. Man, United States is looking real bad. They was already fucked up. Ain't nobody saying, but y'all motherfuckers going out like Britain and shit. You know what I'm saying? They going out like Britain. They got all them toy boats out there and shit. Soldiers and shit look ragtag and ain't nobody gonna want to go out there, man. Ain't nobody gonna want to join of that shit. And some soldiers, they see opportunity, go get them some education and shit, and maybe they won't get in the war. They can get them some education, get them some couple dollars to put up, get them some loans and shit where they can come out and do something or whatever. But I don't even believe those days are no longer viable. I don't even think, back the days back like in the 90s where, a lot of soldiers could go and get them some education and shit. I don't even hear them talking about it no more. I don't even hear motherfuckers talking about it. I used to hear that shit. I mean, honestly, they used to try to get us out of high school with that shit. That you could get 50,000. What's up, family? What's up there? You all right? Yeah, you used to hear about motherfuckers. Yeah, get 50,000, get free education, and military scholarships where you can go to school and all of this. So a lot of motherfuckers was going in there, got them a job, get them a little education while they in there, while they in the military, and come out with a career, whatever. I don't even hear them talking about it no more. Is they still offering them goddamn soldiers? What's up, Black Power family? Is they even offering them soldiers education anymore? They just want them to go in there and lose their life. That's all. They just want you to go in there and lose. They ain't got no job for you. They ain't got no job for you other than to shoot that goddamn gun and go out there and storm them damn countries. Black Power, yeah, they ain't got no more jobs for you. So and that's probably one of the number one things a motherfucker, was going in there. Get them a loan, they can come out, get them a loan for a house, get you a career while you're in there, and come out, get you a house, get you a loan, and this, that, and the third, got you a career. But I don't even hear about that shit no more. You know, they probably ain't, just get your ass a gun and go your ass out there. When they pop you, we're gonna drag your ass, come give you one of them trumpet, you know, they're gonna they're gonna give you a trumpet, a funeral and shit, and throw your ass in the ground and shit. That's it. That's what they got for you today. But that's the reality of it. A lot of people got to understand that's the reality of it. When you fighting all and forevermore, you're killing, you're imperialistic, conquering everybody nation. And, people get tired of that shit. People get tired of that shit, man. And so it's really looking bad right now. So I don't know how many have jumped off the boat. I'm gonna dig into it deep. Yeah, yeah, that's right and roll, and ain't no job for 'em. Yeah, if you go in there, you better get you something like, you know what I'm saying, some shit like welding, something that you could use on your own. Fuck that. Don't go in there just, you learn some of that computer shit. Now, if you can go in there and get some of that computer shit, because that's where it's going. They might, it might be something, and be able to create on your own. You be able to do some shit for yourself. But it got to be some shit like some welding or, shit like that where you can automatically, it's something, they don't even want to pay the welders. That's why they ain't got enough motherfuckers to put them goddamn, yeah, it's not enough motherfuckers to even put them ships together no more. Because they stopped fucking, they outsourcing all they damn work. And so they ain't got enough skilled welders to put them damn ships together. I heard about that. So they really, man, it's really bad right now, man. It's really fucking bad out there. Yeah, you make a way for yourself, but the days of old is no longer there. The shit that was available for you, is no longer there. So if you go in the military now, you are going in there to be a soldier. Back 10 years back, 15 years back, you very well may have been able to go in there and get your education while you're in there and get you a loan. I don't even hear soldiers talking about it no more. You know, and that's maybe one of the reasons why they motherfucking recruitment was down. It's coming back up. Yeah, it's coming back up. But you know, and I guess that's because I mean that it's always been if there ain't too many jobs out there, that's where motherfucker gonna flee. They're gonna flee into the military and get them a job. You know, they gonna flee into the military and get them a job. But anyway, family, they saying these soldiers is jumping off the ships and shit. We got to look into it and see what's going on. 250 days out at sea is crazy for you not to be docking and letting them damn soldiers off of there so they can unwind. You out there on that goddamn water and shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit not good. And it's just not good. Anyway, I'll check in. Get over to Patreon, family. I got some hot new fire up there. I know you gonna want that. Get over there and get it then. I'll see y'all in a minute. Boom. Black Power.